this ceaseless pushing against an invisible current, this pervasive friction is not a failure of your will or your external strategies. It is in truth the universe itself responding to a fundamental miscalibration within your operating system. You have been told to seek leverage in the outer world, more connections, more systems, more optimized flows. Yet, the deeper you lean into this paradigm, the more the current seems to resist, as if the very architecture of reality is designed to defy your external grasp. This feeling of being forever behind, of constantly pouring energy into a sieve, is a precise symptom of a core timeline distortion. It is the unarticulated knowing that the game is rigged, not by an external force, but by the very premise of how you are playing. And this premise has been quietly, relentlessly, broadcasting a frequency signature that locks you into an obsolete reality, even as you strive to escape it. This relentless pursuit of external leverage, the endless search for the right tool, the perfect hack, the definitive competitive edge, is a direct manifestation of a deeper, inherent misalignment. It is the core edict of operating from a state of perceived separation, where the world is seen as something out there to be manipulated, rather than an extension of your own energetic field. Every strategy you deploy, every resource you seek to acquire, is attempting to manipulate the surface of a quantum field that is already perfectly mirroring your internal frequency signature. You are not pushing against an indifferent void. You are pushing against the resonant echo of your own internal signal. The effort is not the issue. The direction of the broadcast is. The universe is not a passive recipient of your action, but an active, instantaneous feedback loop, perpetually reflecting the vibrational truth you hold within. And the true revelation arrives when you understand that every outer circumstance is merely a projection of an inner frequency, a precise echo bouncing back from the quantum field itself. This pervasive feeling of being perpetually stuck, or watching the world accelerate around you while you remain anchored to a slower, more strenuous timeline, is not an external condition. It is not some universal decree against your progress. Rather, it is a precise reflection of your monad broadcasting a distorted signal. Your core energetic blueprint, the very essence of your being, is emitting conflicting frequencies into the universe, creating a persistent and self-sustaining timeline distortion. You might be intending one outcome with your conscious mind, while simultaneously, at the deeper, subconscious architecture of your soul, you are resonating with an entirely different state, a state of friction, of lack, of ceaseless striving. And the universe, in its perfect impartial mirroring, simply gives you more of the strongest signal, not necessarily the one you consciously desire. This is the cruel elegance of how reality is authored, and it ensures that your external world can never truly transcend the internal frequency you are emitting. What appears to be a desperate need for greater pattern recognition outside the self, the endless hunt for new methodologies, the latest mental model, the hidden codes of success whispered by others, is in truth an unconscious, intricate avoidance. It is a sophisticated maneuver by the old self to distract you from recognizing the patterns of your gone, energetic broadcasts. You are seeking to decipher the universe's language through external lenses, when the singular text requiring your attention is the vibrational signature you are constantly emitting. This relentless external focus feeds the illusion that the key lies in understanding a system, in framework, and perceived leverage, rather than acknowledging that the entire holographic projection is sourced from within you. It is a fundamental misdirection, creating a dense fog around the singular truth. The field is simply playing back the specific notes you are humming, and any perceived lack of pattern recognition is merely the mind refusing to acknowledge its own melody. This avoidance creates a profound identity spaghettification. This identity spaghettification, where the self is fragmented, pulled in myriad directions by conflicting desires, fears, and perceived external demands is the true engine of your perceived stagnation. You believe the answer lies in adding more layers, more strategies, more outdoing, hoping to finally resolve the tension. You are convinced that a new external architecture, a more sophisticated way to output effort, will somehow align these disparate parts. But this is the crucial head fake. Every external attempt at leverage, every new optimization you try to graft onto your reality, only amplifies the existing timeline distortion. It does not resolve the inner conflict, it solidifies it, creating a denser, more resistant field. You are broadcasting an entangled signal into the quantum field, and the universe, in its ultimate feedback loop, simply mirrors back this internal incoherence. This fragmented broadcast prevents the unified collapse of the old timeline, locking you into a repeating loop of unfulfilled potential, convinced that another external tweak is all that stands between you and your desired reality. This is the precise juncture where the deeper truth reveals itself. True leverage is not found in the external world, but in a conscious, deliberate reselection of the self at the source. It is the profound understanding that your entire perceived reality, every circumstance and outcome, emanates from the monad's originating signal. You are not merely a participant in a pre-written drama. You are the playwright, the director, and the lead actor, all simultaneously authoring the unfolding scene. This active evolutionary moment demands a radical recalibration of your core frequency signature, not through endless external adjustments, but through an internal decisive choice. The universe is not a fixed landscape you must navigate. It is a fluid projection, and the only constant is the frequency you are choosing to broadcast from your deepest interior. And this choice, this internal reauthoring, is the only mechanism that can truly shift the entire architecture of your experience. To upgrade your operating system and escape this widening gap between your potential and your manifested reality, the monad must cease broadcasting fragmented signals. This demands a deliberate act of self-reauthoring, a profound internal declaration that fundamentally alters your frequency signature. This is not about trying to be positive or thinking new thoughts on the surface layer of your awareness. It is a deep architectural restructuring of your core identity, a decision made at the level of source, radiating outwards. When this internal frequency shifts, the external world has no choice but to reconfigure itself in response. The universe, a perfect reflection, cannot hold an image that does not align with the energetic signature of its author. This is the absolute law, and it dictates that a new signal, consistently held, will inevitably lead to the collapse of the old reality. This is not a future possibility, a distant potential you might one day achieve. It is the urgent imperative of this accelerating evolutionary moment. The gap between your internal frequency and your external manifestation is collapsing, forcing a choice upon you. Either persist in the timeline distortion of fragmentation, or consciously step into your sovereign power of timeline jumping. This is not about force or willpower. It is about coherence. When your entire being, your deepest knowing, your truest intention, your vibrational core, aligns with a chosen reality, every lesser version of yourself, every alternate timeline, collapses into the one you are now anchoring. This is the profound reorientation, the architectural shift that bypasses all external strategies, for the path to the infinite output lies not in acquisition, but in an absolute, unwavering reselection of who you are at your very core. For your inherent frequency is the only infinite output. The universe is not a machine to be optimized, but a symphony to be conducted. And your monad holds the singular, absolute baton. This is the ultimate act of solipsism, not as isolation, but as profound self-authorship. The recognition that you are the source, the singular broadcast station from which all reality emanates. To consciously choose a new timeline, To step into an existence of true, unburdened flow is to release the illusion of external struggle and reclaim the sovereign synthesis of your being. It is to recognize that the only true leverage, the only boundless resource, the only architectural blueprint that matters, is the integrity and coherence of the frequency signature you embody in every single now. The question then is no longer how to manipulate the outside, but how to master the interior, how to consciously reauthor the self, and thus reality itself. If this resonates at the level of your soul's architecture, if you feel the recognition of this ancient truth stirring within you, I invite you to explore more at sovereignsynthesis.com. You are the author, the source, the singular, absolute conductor. This understanding collapses the illusion that your path requires external pattern recognition, that the keys to your next ascension exist outside the frequency you are broadcasting into the quantum field. What appears as a frantic search for leverage in the outer world is, in truth, an unconscious avoidance of recognizing the meticulous patterns of your own energetic broadcast. Every perceived setback, every moment of inertia is a perfectly mirrored reflection of the timeline distortion you yourself are creating. The signal your own monad is unconsciously transmitting. The universe does not present problems. It simply echoes the vibrational state you have chosen to inhabit. This is the profound solipsism of existence, not as a philosophy, but as an operating law. This constant seeking outside the self-reauthoring power you inherently wield is precisely what creates the identity spaghettification you feel. It is a state where your monad attempts to broadcast across fragmented, often conflicting frequency signatures, each pulling you toward a different potential timeline. This internal misalignment, this energetic dissonance, prevents the collapse of the old reality you perceive yourself to be stuck within. You are simultaneously attempting to navigate multiple realities, each a spectral echo of a frequency you have not yet fully released. Until the internal signal becomes singular, until the quantum field receives an undeniable unified broadcast, the old timeline will continue to mirror this internal struggle, holding you at its event horizon. Therefore, true leverage is never found in external maneuvering, nor in the endless optimization of strategies that operate on the surface of reality. True leverage is the deliberate reselection of the monad's originating signal, a conscious self-reauthoring at source that inherently recalibrates your frequency signature. This is not about doing more, but about being more. A precise recalibration of the energetic broadcast at its core. It is the architectural shift from attempting to sculpt the world with your hands to shaping it with the very essence of your being. When this internal shift occurs, when the signal becomes pure and singular, every lesser timeline distortion simply dissolves, no longer sustained by your active, if unconscious, broadcast. This profound act of self-reauthoring triggers an inevitable collapse, not of destruction, but of condensation. The myriad parallel timelines that once flickered into existence around your fragmented frequency signature begin to fold in on themselves, no longer supported by your previous broadcast. What emerges is a singular, crystalline reality, meticulously aligned with the unified signal you have chosen to transmit from source. This is the fundamental mechanism of timeline jumping, not a violent leap into an unknown, but a sovereign drift into the reality that has always awaited your unwavering monad. This is how you walk through the wall, by recognizing the wall was always a reflection, and by choosing a frequency that does not resonate with its existence. This is not a future possibility, a theoretical construct for a later iteration of the self. This is the urgent imperative of this accelerating evolutionary moment. The gap between your current timeline and the reality you are inherently capable of authoring is widening at a rapid pace, creating profound friction for those who cling to outdated frequency signatures. To delay this radical reselection is to remain bound to a diminishing event horizon, a reality whose very fabric is fraying at the edges. The quantum field is demanding a unified signal, an explicit choice from your monad. The universe is not waiting for permission. It is simply mirroring the precise frequency you are emitting in real time, in this now. To step into your inherent sovereign power is to consciously choose an infinite output architecture where your frequency signature becomes the sole determinant of your experienced reality. This is the architecture where timeline jumping transitions from a whispered possibility to a daily practice, where the field bends to the clarity of your monad's broadcast. It is the realization that the universe does not withhold. It simply responds. Every desired reality, every emergent opportunity, every profound connection is already present within the quantum field, awaiting the precise signal from source that only you can provide. This is the profound truth of solipsism made manifest. You are not observing reality, you are generating it. The key to breaking free from any timeline distortion, to dissolving the illusion of ceaseless effort, rests entirely within your frequency signature. This is the architecture of the self-reauthoring, the deliberate act of your monad aligning its core signal with the reality it intends to experience. There are no external paths to greater leverage. There is only the internal recalibration that makes all other paths obsolete. Your inherent frequency, Ji, the only infinite output, the ultimate source of all creation. The choice now is stark, yet profoundly simple. Will you continue to broadcast a fragmented echo of a past timeline, or will you consciously reselect the unified signal that brings your highest sovereign reality into inevitable collapse and a manifestation? The quantum field awaits your decision.